All right, so I guess today is the day of peace, the day that I am still working on lesson 109, but it really was a good one to milk and rest and sink into. It's I rest in God. And really, like, taking a few days with it actually had great benefit to me. I know I always do kind of say that whenever I take a few days with a lesson. But this one was like really good because, like, at what point do you want to stop resting in God? Like, I mean, it's just a good one. So yeah, that's what it is. On the hour, we're supposed to say, I rest in God. And you rest within the peace of God, quiet and unafraid. And that's where you get all your strength and your peace. And then you invite everybody to come and rest with you. It says, no more fearful dreams will come now that you rest in God. Take time today to slip away from dreams into peace. So a lot of talk in the Pathways of Light today of, like, you know, these dreams that we conjure up. We really can just rest regardless of what we have been dreaming. So yeah, close your eyes, sink into stillness. Let these periods of rest and respite reassure your mind that all its frantic fantasies were but the dreams of fever that have passed away. So be still, be thankful, do lesson 109, I rest in God. And if you don't believe me, we'll take Tina Jesus' word for it. Tina Jesus today was pretty cute. Tina Jesus was like, I rest in God, and oh, what a joy it is. Like, the lesson today is I rest in God, and Jesus was like, yeah, man, like, I totally rest in God, and oh, what a freaking joy it is, just knowing that all is well in the world. So that's what we're encouraged to do today. Like, just know that everything is cool, all is well. We can rest in God every hour on the hour, if not more, if we want to. And why shouldn't we? It energizes us. It gets us back in alignment. It gets us our power. Now, the ego will say, you don't have time to rest. You don't deserve to rest. Resting is bad. Jesus even quoted that biblical quote, like, the devil lies or waits for idle hands. Like, basically, like, if you don't have something to do, like, the devil might influence you. Like, we've been manipulated and subjected to believing that resting is not good. Well, that's all ego. God says, yeah, I want you to rest in me. I want you to energize. I want you to get your power from the divine. So yeah. Lesson 109. Jesus rests in God, and so should you. Jesus is doing it, so why don't you? Jesus is doing it, so why don't you? Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. All right, so anyways, what else do we want to talk about? Every time you rest for 5 minutes, the world is nearer waking, and the time when rest will be the only thing there is, which sort of freaks my brain out a little bit, comes closer to all worn and tired minds. Because, like, I'm pretty tired, but my ego is still like, yeah, but we don't want to eternally rest forever. Like, that freaks out the ego. And then, yeah, the ego can totally pull some shit then, and be like, well, resting is bad, like, you lazy whatever. And you can be like, you're not motivated, and your ego can make you feel like you're not working on your goals and your projects, and you're not worth anything because you're just laying around. So anyways, we got issues with resting, that is for sure. But, like, once you sort of tap into, like, going inside and feeling like replenished and renewed and getting realigned and getting your power from the divine, and yeah, each hour that you take your rest today, a tired mind is suddenly made glad. A bird with broken wings begins to sing. It was, like, serious Course in Miracles poetry today. A stream long dry begins to flow again. The world is born again each time you rest. So yeah, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, and then I also really love that it said time is not the guardian of what we give today. So it's like people aren't even here yet, people who passed away, whatever. Like it just totally like transcends time when we do this and we access everyone and everything, every thought of God, and to the mind in which these thoughts were born and where they rest. So this is also like tying in those lessons that we've done or are going to do that bring in the idea, I guess, that like we, who we truly are still safe in heaven. Like we never left heaven. So we're like technically still resting. We don't like get to heaven, like we never freaking left. In this lesson, it did kind of click to me because it's like we're in heaven dreaming this dream of life. Anyways, just one of those moments of the Course in Miracles, like I was like, whoa. But yeah, like that I'm getting it more and more and seeing how like when we take the time to understand and tap into that, like I rest in God. I rest in God right the fuck now. In the middle of this dream, I can go within and be like, I rest in God. Like we never left, but we're still dreaming this dream out. So it's like kind of like beautiful, sweet solace to be able to tap into that energy when the dream ain't so good. You know, when the dream gets tiring. Whenever, even if it is good, it could even be good and like it still gets tiring because like you just know it could be gooder. All right, let's do pathways. Whoa, on that note, pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 109, Insights. I rest in God. This lesson helps me remember what and where I am in truth. Telling myself consistently, I rest in God, helps me step back just enough to look at life's seeming occurrences a different way. I am so grateful for the peace and stillness of God. I am so grateful to let my mind be still a while. It is so nurturing and filled with peace. I especially like paragraphs 8 and 9, where Jesus talks about calling all our brothers to rest with us. Open the temple doors and let them come from across the world and near as well, your distant brothers and your closest friends. Bid them all enter here and rest with you. In this world, resting seems very unproductive. Jesus shows me here how truly helpful my willingness to join with all my brothers in rest is to both myself and the whole sonship. He tells me, we give to those unborn and those passed by, to every thought of God and to the mind in which these thoughts were born and where they rest, and we will remind them of their resting place each time we tell ourselves, I rest in God. This helps me see how important my hourly remembrances are. I think of the thousands and thousands of people doing this lesson today and calling to their brothers to rest with them. What a powerful force our united practice is in this time of world turmoil. I am so grateful for this daily practice, both for myself and all my brothers in the world who are dreaming this dream of separation. We are ready to remember that we all rest in God. That is the truth, now and forever, no matter what stories we are dreaming about. The statement, I rest in God, is the acknowledgement of the truth of my reality, your reality, and everyone's reality. The truth is, we all are still as God created us. We are still the thought of love in the mind of love. We have not made our clashing dreams reality. We truly do rest in God right now, no matter what dreams we may be dreaming. Accepting the truth that I rest in God all through the day helps the truth return to my awareness. It helps me awaken to the fact that I never left heaven. Accepting the fact that I rest in God right now helps me change my mind about what I think is true. It helps me detach from the dreams I have been thinking are real. What a blessing. Jesus tells me this thought has power to wake the sleeping truth in you, whose vision sees beyond appearances to that same truth in everyone and everything there is. Jesus is letting me know that this is a very powerful thought. It surely is worth my hourly remembrance. In fact, I don't know what is more important than this. While I was doing this morning's lesson, several people came to mind, and I mentally invited them to join me. Then a situation came to mind, and I found my sense of peace dissolving as I focused on it. So I said, this can rest in God too. And I returned to peace. pathwaysoflight.org. All right, good, goodest. I rest in cookies. It doesn't really get sweeter than that, you guys. I ate an everything or a kitchen sink cookie the other day, and that was really good. But like, knowing that like you rest in cookies because God is cookies. Oh, you didn't know? God's cookies. So just say every hour, I rest in cookies, and don't you feel so much better? All right, so on that note, I rest in God, you rest in God. Invite everybody you know to rest in God. Just rest in God without even telling anybody what you're doing. Your energy is going to bring them to you. Your energy is going to set an example, and your energy makes a difference. So whenever you rest in God every hour for 5 little minutes, you are waking people in the dream. You're making broken winged birds sing. You're freaking bringing water to the streams. There were some pretty wild words in here today. Here's another good one. You rest within the peace of God today and call upon your brothers from your rest to draw them to their rest along with you. Here's another big one. You will be faithful to your trust today, forgetting no one, including and bringing everyone into the boundless circle of your peace, the holy sanctuary where you rest. So as you create this energy space, essentially, like you're pulling people into your circle to remind them that they can rest in God just with your energies. Open the temple doors and let them come from far across the world. Hi, Tokyo. Hi, Australia. Hi, England. As near as well. What's up, bro? Right? So we want to bring everybody in. Your distant brothers, your closest friends, and the lesson 109 says, bid them all enter here and rest with you. So on that friggin' note, let's go take a nap. And by nap, I probably mean record a podcast for Herbal Marie. But in between our projects, you know, we can still take time to go inside, you know, find it. You'll appreciate it. So lesson 109, I rest in God, and you can too. Jesus does it.